Hello everyone, and welcome back to my journey to become plastic free. I hope most of you have chosen to join me on my journey because today I'm going to teach you the 101 on your curbside recycling. And yes, I am wearing sunglasses inside. I am wearing sunglasses inside because recycling is cool, just like these glasses. Now there are a lot of things that can be recycled, but just not in your curbside bin. So don't worry, throughout this channel I will teach you some cool tips and tricks on how to recycle those odds and end items. But for now, let's start with the most common plastics that your local municipality most likely will take. So I want to start by talking about the number on the bottom of your plastics. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, pause this video and go grab that plastic item I know you have in your fridge. Once you come back, I want you to take that item and I want you to flip it, look on the bottom, and really, really small, where you need a magnifying glass, should be a recycling symbol with a number. Now, these numbers can range from a 1 to a 7, and it really just identifies what the plastic is for your recycling center. And just because that number's on there does not mean it's actually recyclable, or at least in the curb. But I can tell you, if there isn't a number anywhere on the item, then it's 100% not recyclable. So, let's go, starting from the number 1 to the number 7. Number 1 plastics. Number 1 plastics are things like your clear water bottles, soda bottles, salad dressing, things like that. They are considered to be harmful if you were to reuse them, as they love to grow bacteria. On top of that, make sure to not leave your number 1 plastics in the sun, because if you do, it'll leach chemicals into the product itself. The good news about this plastic though, is this is the number 1 most common number of plastic that's recycled in your local municipality. So be sure to give your number 1s a rinse and put it in the bin. Your number 2 plastics. Number 2 plastics are things like your laundry detergent, your shampoo bottles, and even your gallon milk jugs. These are considered to be safe for reuse, but it's only considered safe because this plastic doesn't love bacteria. Now, as you heard me mention, laundry detergent and shampoo usually have chemicals in them, so please don't reuse these for food. The good news about this plastic though, is that this is your second most common number accepted by local municipalities. So give your number 2s a rinse and put them at the curb. Number 3 plastics. Number 3 plastics are things like your food wrap, your shower curtains, your plumbing pipes, some medical equipment, and even baby toys. Now, number 3 plastics are considered to be hazardous, especially when heated, as they can cause hormone development issues and reproductive complications. Unfortunately, more bad news, number 3 plastics are not commonly accepted by your local municipality. So, please avoid number 3 plastics as much as possible. The number 4 plastic. Number 4 plastics are things like your bread bags, shopping bags, trays, containers, squeezable bottles, frozen food, clothing, and carpets. They are not considered to be eco-friendly, they're really bad for the environment, and even more bad news is number 4 plastics are not accepted by your local municipality. Please avoid number 4 plastics at all costs. Number 5 plastics. Number 5 plastics are things like yogurt containers, ketchup, syrup bottles, the bags in your cereal boxes, disposable diapers, plastic bottle tops, and medicine bottles. But please don't put your baby diapers in the recycling bin. That's just really gross. Number 5 plastics are considered to be microwave safe. Now, all that really means is that if you put your plastic item in the microwave, it won't actually deform. This does not mean anything about the safety of food. Good news is number 5 plastics are the 3rd most commonly accepted plastic by your local municipality. The number 6 plastic. Number 6 plastics are my absolute least favorite plastic. They are never accepted in your local municipality, and it is just styrofoam. Things that you will find in number 6 plastic, where you might not realize it's styrofoam, is packaging, takeout food containers, disposable cups, meat trays, CDs, egg cartons, and installation. Number 6 plastics are styrofoam. They do not ever break down, and they are super harmful as they leach chemicals into your food, whether it's hot or cold. Check out A Plastic Ocean. It's a documentary that actually goes into this, where they study different plastic numbers and see how much actually goes into our food. At all costs, avoid number 6 plastics. The number 7 plastics. Number 7 plastics is everything else that doesn't fall into all of the other categories. Number 7 plastics are things like baby bottles, food storage containers, sunglasses, nylon, dental and medical equipment, the list goes on. Now, number 7 plastics can be super dangerous because most of the time it contains BPA. Now, BPA, I'm sure you've all heard that it's super dangerous and been linked to hormone disruption, infertility, hyperactivity, reproductive problems. Oh my gosh, the list goes on. I sound like one of those commercials of side effects. But I really want to ensure that I will have an episode on how to be plastic free with your babies, but in the meantime, if you use a glass bottle, it is a much better solution. So my suggestion is to avoid number 7 plastics at all costs. Unfortunately, number 7 plastics are not commonly accepted by your local municipality. Do not put them in the bin. So were you paying attention? Do you remember which plastics are most commonly accepted by your local municipality? If you said a number 1, 2, and 5, you are correct. Now, keep in mind, every city, state, country, wherever you are, is different. So not all of them may accept those numbers, but through my research and my phone calls to all the different recycling centers, those are your most common recyclable plastics. Now, also, of course, you want to avoid plastics at all costs, but your town will actually send you something like here's mine from my town that tells you what can and can't be recycled. If you don't get a flyer in the mail, then you can just easily go on the website and see. They will have it right up front and clear once you get to the recycling center part. So please avoid plastics at all costs, but just know that these are the plastics that if you must use, make sure you give them a rinse and put them at the curb. So if you feel this episode was too easy for you, it's everything that you already knew, there's a quiz in the description below that has 3 levels, so good luck and let me know how you did. See you next time. Remember, recycling is cool, just like these glasses.